Hey guys, welcome back to the Lost Occurrences, a podcast where I talk about the most interesting, in my opinion, conspiracy theories. Today's episode will be all about the moon landing conspiracy theory. Now, this theory is quite interesting, and to be honest, I don't think it's too far-fetched. I mean, think about it, like, the race to the moon was such a publicity stunt. Why else would the government promote a race to the moon if not to gain the favour of the population? I don't know, the government has been seeming real sus lately, so who knows? So the astronauts landed on the moon in 1969. By the 1970s, the conspiracy theory that the moon landing was fake emerged. So it wasn't too long after the moon landing happened that people started to question it, which, in my opinion, is also kind of interesting. I guess people were just eager to poke fun at the government for something, and this was the best thing to poke fun at. So this was described in a 1976 self-published book called "We Never Went to the Moon: Americans' $30 billion Swindle." And this book was written by someone by the name of Bill Casing. And in his book, he notes that it's estimated about 30% of the adult population of the US, I feel like that's important to mention, so of the United States, doesn't believe that the United States has landed on the moon. And a direct quote from this book is, either that the government had done it to fool the Russians and Chinese, or that it had been done to justify the great cost of the space program. Which, is kind of a difficult thought to process. Why would the government waste all this money on a space program that might not work? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like this would be a great backup plan. Like, genuinely the government did have the backup plan to fake the moon landing. Whether that backup plan came into place or not is another story, but this theory was also described in a 1978 movie called Capricorn 1. Now, I don't know much about this movie, but I assume it just went over the theory. I'm not sure. But in a 2001 Fox documentary, Conspiracy Theory, Did We Land on the Moon?, it was also mentioned, which, I mean, I was born then, right? I think I was born when this was made. I would have been like only a few months old. But wow, like so long after the moon landing happened, people are still saying that it was a conspiracy theory. Like, this is a theory that has prospered throughout the ages, I guess. It's kind of interesting. But a quote from a newspaper article that I read about this says, "Many astronauts have been offended by the implication that they faked their accomplishments. In 2002, when conspiracy theorist Bart Sibrel confronted Buzz Aldrin and called him a quote-unquote coward and a liar for faking the moon landings, the then 72-year-old punched Sibrel in the jaw." I mean, can you imagine that? A conspiracy theorist goes up to someone, says, "Hey, you're a coward, you're a liar, you faked this moon landing," and this 72-year-old just uppercut, bam, straight in the jaw. Like, I wish I could have been there. That sounds quite interesting. But yeah, I don't know. Would the government really have a lot to gain for faking the moon landing? Like, I mean, let's be honest, did people really totally care at the time that the moon landing was happening? I mean, in Bill Casing's book, he says that he found himself really disinterested in the whole moon landing thing and he wasn't excited about it, and that's when he decided that it was fake. But what if that's just how a lot of, the population felt? That it was just, alright, whatever. We're going to the moon. That's fine. Like, I don't know. Did they really have anything to gain from that? I don't see a lot of. I'm not sure. This one's kind of interesting, but there are some videos out there which, kind of prove it for me, which again, I will link some videos to that in the description, but there's this one video I know where they show the flag like waving in the wind, which wouldn't truly be possible because of how the moon is, laid out with its gravity field and stuff, but I mean, if that's what they want to believe, that's what they want to believe. Who am I to stop them? But yeah, I think we'll leave today's episode at that for now, but I hope to catch you guys in the next one. Quinn out!